Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Amx iRacing Club Racing on this beautiful Tuesday night, Veterans Day little celebration here. Turn some laps around Lernerville. Looking forward to it. This is ahead of the 5th annual Turkey Bowl. Going to run next week on Tuesday, November 8th. Scan that QR code, get plugged in with the Discord. It's going to be same track. Got about $330 worth of prizes that are going to be handed out. So we definitely encourage anyone who's interested, check us out. All the details, amxiracing.com. Also on the Discord, right now we got I know it's over 20 drivers registered, so a good amount of people who are going to be participating. So tune in next week, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. That will be broadcast here live on AMX TV. So tonight, it's going to be pretty much what's going to mirror the Turkey Bowl format here at Lernerville. Got 23 drivers currently registered. Going to do some heat racing, knock out some 8-lap heats, and then if we need it, we'll run an LCQ, grab the rest of the field out of there, and have a 50-lap main event tonight. So it should be a lot of fun here. We got about 2 more minutes worth of practice before we go ahead and grid them up. Race control going to be given the last few lines of instruction here for all the drivers. It's an open hosted, so unfortunately got only about 2 more minutes to get in on this. If you search AMX recruitment race under open hosted, you'll see it pop up there. So if you're able to, if you're next to your computer and your sim rig and it's fired up, go ahead and just at least register and get in. We'd love to have you. With that, looks like Patrick is going to be your top, well, not qualifying, we're doing random draw tonight, but is going to be your fastest here in practice. Last time by was a 25.62, but his best in 18.39, which looks to be tied with Jason. And then looks like Michael, Brandon, Jeffrey Latch. One of these days he's going to get me to say his last name correctly. But man, I applaud those announcers who can do that. So we'll give it another minute here, and I'll be back with some heat racing for you. And looking at the chat here, Kenny, I apologize for missing this earlier, but yeah, AMX tends to run every Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Generally, we'll have a series. We do Pro 2 and Dirt Street Stock type of stuff. Usually take the Dirt Street Stocks to some of the off-road tracks. But the Turkey Bowl is a $5 entry fee. As of right now, the first 20 we're able to get in free thanks to our sponsors, but no, $5 gets you in, and like I said, there's about $330 worth of prizes and all that good stuff. So yeah, head over to the Discord. If you don't have the Discord, it's available. The link is available on the amxiracing.com website. Check it out as we go ahead and get ready for heat number 1. Go ahead and bring up the grid here. Who do we have? Waiting for this to refresh my timing and scoring. I apologize. So it looks like heat number 1 is going to be Patrick, then Chris outside of him, Chase, Greer, Cody, Harrelson, Brody, Solomon, Jason, Brandon, Hull, Garrett, Tyler, Carter, Brody, And I believe there's a couple more. Nope, that looks to be it. So go ahead and get these guys out on the track right now. Like I said, it's going to be 8-lap heats. Should go pretty quick. Random draw, so you're kind of at the mercy of your pill pick. And Patrick is going to start us off tonight. And looks like we're going to go around one more time. Letting all the drivers see the track. Patrick with Chris right outside of him. Should be a good start. Patrick's usually really solid on the start, so he's a good man to bring to green here. And with that, club racing's happening. Patrick getting a good start, looking low. Chris running a bit high, maybe a little too high there, goes off the track. Cody's going to move up to the third spot. So we'll see kind of how they sort out coming across the line this time. Still looking out front with Patrick. Look back here, Cody running third, Brody behind him. See if he can't make something happen. Or sorry, that was Brady Hunt, and then Brody. A couple BRs right there. That's going to throw me off. And then Brandon behind them. So keep an eye on this group right here as Chase runs a little bit high, but gets a good drive. We'll take a look at this little three-way battle right here. Brody going to push it up, park it right in front of Chase. Get a little push there. Just like that, this race is halfway over. Top four are going to advance out of here. I'll go ahead and put that up so you guys can keep track. Is one of them's up and over. Fortunately, I didn't get a chance to see who that was. But right now, it looks like both Patrick out front, got some good breathing room with Cody Harrelson right behind him. And then Brody Dusher behind Cody. Kind of running single file for right now. Hopefully this track will kind of work its way in as we go through the night. Try to get one or two more lines working. Back a little bit further. But right now, Chase Greer is looking to transfer directly in. And he's quickly running out of time to do that. Waiting on Brandon to make a mistake so he can capitalize on it. Back up front, Patrick running the high line. Cody's starting to get that inside to work a little bit. As we are, Cody's going to go ahead and look like grab it, or it's crediting Patrick with that heat race win, but yeah, that was pretty close there. Now get ready for heat race number 2. See how they line up. So you got John on the pole, Nick Nowak outside of him, Joey Brewer, Camden, Thad, Jeffrey Latch, Camden, Michael Olson, Jason, Douglas Stewart, and then Dale rounding out the field. Looks like Nick Nowak's going to have the honors. as 8 laps here does not last very long. So we'll go one more time around. And we'll do another 8-lap sprint here. Come down the back stretch. Pace car is going to work on getting out of the way there. We'll wait for Nick to fire as we go green. Looking back up front, John getting up in front of Nick. Nick up and over the corner. Looks like he's going to be able to rejoin without losing too much. It's like a little bit of contact back there. One up and over again. That's the 177 of John McKinley, getting a good drive out of 2. Gonna sink it low, see if we can't get that to stick yet. As Joey's gonna get a drive. Kind of look back here where the transfer action's happening. Looks like currently Thad is being credited with that final spot, with Michael right behind him. A little bit of contact there up on the high side. So we go about up on the wall there. Looks like the 3 of Caden, sorry. A little bit further back, looking at Jeffrey, running strong. But it looks like everyone's kind of caught up to John here. And everyone's fighting for that that last transfer position as the 9 of Michael gets pushed up high. He's still going to hold on to that spot. Oh, it looks like Caden's going to grab it. Yeah, things are happening quick here on this very short Lernerville Speedway track. It's like Douglas is going to get credited now this time by, oh, nope, Jeffrey's going to jump on up. Take a look out front, though. Joey Brewer getting a good gap over second place John. I'm sure he's enjoying that second or so. Yeah, it's like collapsed down a little bit, but he's going to take the white flag. Go back here and look at the battle for the transfer position. Jeffrey's still got it. Caden wants it. We'll see if Caden's going to be able to put a drive down low real quick as we take a look real quick. Joey's going to take the win. And looks like Jeffrey's going to get credited with that transfer. Caden will be going through the LCQ. So another good run. Looks like we're going to run an LCQ race right now. Oh, my bad. So LCQ is going to be 12 laps. Top 8 are going to advance. We got Chase Greer leading us. Caden outside of him. Chris, Michael Olson, Brady Hunt, Nick Nowak, Carter Long, Dale, Jason Calhoun, Camden, Solomon, Douglas Stewart. It's like Taylor, Jason, and then Garrett will round out the field. So, like I said, top 8 will transfer. We wait for the trucks to come out onto the track.
Lizard.
Looks like Chase is going to have the honors.
If you didn't hear me, can you please give the admins admin powers?
Yep. And it looks like as we come to green here, I am going to have to do a couple admin things, so I'm going to go ahead and go side by side, and I will be right back. Alright, I apologize for that. Unfortunately, one of the side effects of being both an admin and trying to call a race. But let's see where we're at right now as we have just gone green. Just waiting on timing and scoring to catch up here on my end. As Caden is out front, with Chase Greer behind him. Looks like Michael running third. Nick Nowak moving up to fourth with Chris behind him. Douglas Stewart kind of sitting on the bubble there. Carter just outside of position. Looks like Tyler behind him. Jason, Garrett, and Dale. So that's kind of how the field is shaping up so far. Looks like we got a good, decent battle up here. Looking at Michael right now in the third spot with Nick Nowak right behind him. Looks like that would be the 19 of Chris hunting low there out of turn 4. It looks like Douglas is sitting pretty comfortable right now. Got about a half-second gap. Carter working hard to see what he can do, sitting just outside the... oh, my apologies. It's top 8 going. So Carter's looking good. Jason is on the bubble with Tyler right behind him, just outside of 1 position. So he's going to work hard to see what he can do. Jumping back up front, Michael Olson running a great line. Right behind Chase. Looking at Douglas Stewart right now. Working hard trying to close that gap on Chris. And just like that, it's going to be white flag. As Caden is going to hopefully take it one more time around. And that's how it's going to shape up tonight. Caden, Chase Greer, Michael, Nick Nowak, 4th, Chris, Douglas Stewart, Jason Schilling in that 7th spot, Carter, Tyler, and I believe most everyone who is still in. I was showing top 8, but I think most everyone is going to transfer through because of the missing that other heat race. Kind of threw off who's transferring where, so please forgive me as we were trying to sort that out. But while we wait for the trucks to turn a couple laps here and work in the track, I just want to invite everybody who has not yet, go check out the AMX League app, now available in the Google Store, and you can add it to your home page from the browser if you're on Apple. But yeah, get connected, learn about the series, get notified when servers are launching. You can check out results, tune in live to the broadcast, and we got the AMX shop there as well, so you can check that out, and all that goes to supporting the league. And then also I pointed out the 5th annual Turkey Bowl is going to be running November 18th. It's still got room available, $5 entry fee, about $330 plus in prize money. So come check that out. It's an annual event AMX does. We're very proud of it, and we have a lot of fun. Kind of a chance to gather around the track before we gather around the table. So with that, got about 5 minutes or so where they're going to find their lines, and we'll be back shortly with some main event action. All right, about 30 seconds here left of warm up. Looking at Patrick right now, running really well tonight. My money's on him to put on a good performance. Unfortunately, Taylor Van den Busch isn't able to make it tonight, and usually he gives Patrick a great run for his money. So hopefully, hopefully Patrick's able to capitalize on that. Chase Greer's another one who runs really well. So we'll definitely be watching that as we get ready to welcome the drivers to tonight's main event. 50-lap race, top 20 made it through. Drivers do get a fast repair if they need it. And on the pole tonight, Patrick Solari is going to be leading us. Joey Brewer outside of him, Cody Harrelson, John McKinney, Brody is going to be outside of him, Thad, Brandon Hall, Jeffrey Latch, Caden, Chase Greer, Michael Olson, Nick Nowak in the 12 spot. Continuing down is going to be Chris Area, Douglas Stewart, Jason outside of him, Carter Long, and then Taylor, Garrett, Dale, and Jason is going to round it out. Driver's going to go ahead and enter the track. Looking up front with Patrick and Joey in the front row, Cody and John behind them. So we'll do one more lap around and we'll get ready to go green. It's going to be a long race for these drivers, I'm sure. 50 laps, it's especially when you're battling as hard as you do. I'm sure they're going to be feeling it. But for us, hopefully it's going to be a fun race as we get ready as they come down the back stretch. Patrick and Joey will lead them to green. And we are green here tonight at Lernerville Speedway. It's already Cody Harrelson diving deep, low. Patrick going to be able to fend them off there. Some beating and banging behind them. Ooh, looks like Cody getting a shot. And let's see, waiting for time and scoring to kind of catch up. Cody still seems to be making that inside work, although Patrick always seems to get a good drive on that high side. Ooh, Cody getting pushed up and over. Unfortunately, going to be able to re-enter the track. Looking at John right now. Thad in that group. All drivers are seem to be keeping it together pretty well. When they do go up and over in turn 2, they're able to rejoin pretty well. So that's very encouraging to see. That's going to make the night go by pretty quickly. Jump a little bit further back here in the field, looking at John right now. Braden with him, the 99 of Brandon, hunting low. Really using up every inch of that real estate. And for having 20 trucks on the track, I say we're running pretty well. I apologize, take that out. Looks like last 4 didn't make it, so 16 trucks will essentially be competing tonight. As we're back up front with Thad, we'll go ahead and take a look at that gap he's got over Caden. Well, Caden looks like he's able to kind of close that a little bit. Caden's going to hunt low. And just not able to make it stick. Thad just able to really get a good run on that high side. Coming back, looking at the number 9 of Michael Olsen. With the 62 of Joey. Looks like blinked out, unfortunately. No, he's back. That's good to see. And looks like we have our first caution. Let's see if we can't figure out what caused that. Let's identify Nick Nowak. That's the cause. Looks like, just getting up into Chase Greer, and around he goes. So that's what's going to cause that. So we go ahead and pace around here and get everybody kind of grouped back together. I'm sure both Patrick and Brody not really happy to see that. Lights are still on the pace car, so got at least one more lap to go. Looking at right now, Caden sitting 4th. Michael behind them. They were having a pretty good battle there. I was enjoying watching that. And let's see if we're going to double up this time. And we are. Lights are off. We're going to go back green flag racing here next time around. As the unfortunately the numbers are not matching on my end. That always throws me off a little bit. But Patrick's going to bring us back to green. As Patrick's going to hunt low. Brody's going to try to get that outside to stick. And Patrick's going to slide right up. And a little bit of a crossover there. Brody's now going to shoot low. With Caden hunting there. One of those don't count him out. Ooh, looks like for some reason Patrick maybe over-rotated a little bit. Brody's able to get a run on him. Caden still trying to make that low line stick. Gonna slide up. Unfortunately, we're back under caution. Looks like Cody coming around. I don't know if that's what brought it out, but yeah, unfortunately not too sure. I don't know if Cody just wasn't able to get it going again. But we'll try this again. With that out front and Brody right behind him. So all in all, I had a good start, about a 10-lap green flag run, and then unfortunately kind of getting held up with cautions right now. Looks like lights should go out on the pace car this time. As we are doubled up, ready to go. Looks like Brody's going to be more or less in control of this restart. But Patrick's been making that high side work for him, so hopefully that's going to benefit him. As we are back under green. Brody getting a good jump there. Patrick going to kind of fall in line. Caden still making that, or sorry, Caden. I don't know why I keep saying Camden. Caden still trying to make that low side work. Michael sitting fourth behind him. Joey Brewer sending it low. Brody still being able to get a good drive. It's these four drivers here. Brody, Patrick, Caden, and Michael really running well. Hopefully we get some green flag laps in and see how this kind of sorts itself out. Coming back in the field a little bit. Got some bunching back here, but for the most part keeping it pretty clean. The 117 of John trying really hard to make a hole there. Nothing really developing yet. Brody opening up a little bit of a lead. Patrick trying to manage it. Joey Brewer in the hunt there, currently sitting fifth with Jason all over him. Back up front, the 909 of Brody. Oh, some contact back there. Everyone's going to have to get off the gas there. It looks like we're keeping it green. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Brody right now as he tries to run down the just a trim machine of Patrick. Not really losing any ground, just doing all he can to make that inside work. And unfortunately, just not really able to get it to stick. But a good duel back, or up front, looking back fifth at Jason, really not pressured. Joey, not too much pressure, and we are back under caution. Looks like it's showing John McKinney the cause of that one. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can't figure out what caused this. It looks like the 29 just gets in and enough to spin him around, so unfortunately that's going to put us under our third caution for the night. As the field we'll go ahead and get bunched back up with Brody still in control, Patrick right behind him, Michael Olson making his way up to third, and then Caden in fourth. So all in all, it's just been more or less some spinouts that have been bringing out the cautions. Nothing really too egregious or aggressive. Just unfortunately a little bit goes a long way. So it looks like it should be, hopefully, this time by getting the signal to double up. Lights are off on the pace truck, so we'll fire them off again here this next time by. Looks like Brody's going to be in control with Patrick right outside of him. Brody got a great jump last time by, so we'll see if he can keep that momentum going. And yep, he's going to fire early, as we are back under green flag. Patrick and Brody just pretty much side by side there. The number 3 of Caden trying to sneak on up there. Michael making that that low side, or excuse me, Michael's up on the high side, getting a good drive out of there. It's like 4 wide back here for a moment with Cody, Joey, Jeffrey. So a good battle for 6 brewing. Kind of watch here and see how it pans out. As unfortunately, Cody's going to go kind of up and over. He's going to fall off the pace there. Kind of go back single file here for a moment. The number 7 getting up and out of there as well. So we're nearing about our halfway mark here. Looking back up front, Brody still leading the field here with opening it back out to about a second here. Seems to be pretty par for the course for him. Patrick in pursuit, probably at this point just studying and trying to see where he can make a move, but also keeping Caden in his mirror. Michael's running really well too, making that high side work. And that's going to complete halfway for us. So hopefully it's all downhill from here. Kind of look back here, Joey Brewer sitting in 5th. Brandon and Jeffrey pretty much behind him. We'll ride on board real quick with Jeffrey. He's putting in a pretty solid run. Looks like they're getting to that point where it's getting hard to get that thing to rotate. As looks like Joey's going to lose a couple positions. Patrick's still trying to fend off Caden. Caden's impressing me with that low line. It's like a lot of other drivers have not been having a lot of success, and he hasn't been able to really make the pass yet, but has been running really, really well. Then looks like Brody has managed to pretty much open up a 2.5-second gap over Patrick, so I'm sure he's appreciating that breathing room. Looking back here, Cody Harrelson putting the pressure on Jeffrey, with Joey Brewer hunting down low. This would be a battle for 6th out on the track. Looks like coming a little bit further back, 10th place John McKinley, is hunting Chase Greer. Chase looking like he's got some damage there on that left side, but fortunately aerodynamics really do not come into play here. As jumping back up front, looks like Caden has finally been able to put the move on Patrick. This would be for 2nd. Patrick going to answer by trying to drop low and get up in front of him. Is Caden going to be able to get a drive? Looks like he is. Set him up for the inside going into 3. And it's just a matter of getting a drive out of 4. Really good battle with these two right now. Doing a fantastic job of staying off of each other. As really this is the closest battle, more or less, on the track that's of relevance right now. And yeah, Patrick's just really flirting with the lineup there. Kind of jumping back to 8th, you got Joey Brewer putting the pressure on Jeffrey. Again, kind of same scenario, really applying pressure on that inside line. Chase Greer following here, almost about a second behind them. And we are back under caution. Let's see if we can't figure out what caused this one. Looking at the 177 of John. Oop, looks like just running out of real estate. So, unfortunate, but that's going to put us back under caution. Looking off the rear end here of Patrick. So we just kind of putz around and allow everyone to kind of catch back up. So while we're under caution, if you're tuning in, be sure to give your drivers, your favorite drivers out here, some love. Brody's going to do all he can to fend off an attack from... looks like someone's shooting into the pit. Not sure what's going on there. But looks like lights are out on the pace car this time, so... lead me to believe we are going back green this time by. Patrick's going to be in control with the number 3 of Caden outside of him. And looks like Patrick's going to fire early this time. With Caden looking low, Patrick pretty much running what he's familiar with. Making it work side by side down the backstretch. The number 9 of Michael waiting to capitalize here. So we got a bunch back here. Cody Harrelson trying to make a hole so he can sneak down low. Looks like that's going to more or less work for him. Slides up against the number 9 of Michael. Some contact, but they keep it clean. Brewer, I see him hunting back there. And for a lot of cars on the track, we seem to be keeping it pretty clean. So look at this, Cody Harrelson making his way up front, capturing the number 2 spot from Caden. See if we can't make this stick with just over 10 laps to go. Didn't really see that one coming from Cody. There's a little bit of a sneaker there. Caden's going to send it low. See if he's going to be able to keep it off of Cody. Oh, up onto the K-rail there. That'd be the, looks like the number 9 of Michael. It keeps it under control. Looking at Brandon here, sitting in 5th. Jeffrey sending it low, trying to see if he can't get a drive out of there. We'll look back up front with Patrick still in command of this race. Cody Harrelson behind him. Riding on board with Cody right now. Do a lap with him, see what it looks like to chase down one of the fastest drivers on the track right now. Cody just sending it low. Yeah, at least it looked like he was. Kind of drifted up from my view, but kind of looking back here, Michael's sitting in 3rd with Brandon behind him. As this race is very quickly ticking down. Back up front with Patrick and Cody. Got Michael. Oh, Cody up and over. That seems to be his Achilles heel tonight. That's going to allow Patrick to have some breathing room as Michael and Brandon try to capitalize on that slip up. But looks like Cody, fortunately, was not able to lose too much, as I didn't see who that was who went up and over there, unfortunately, but that's going to allow Cody to get back up to 3rd as we are back under caution. Looks like Caden brought that one out. Let's take a look and see what happened. As just an unsafe track re-entry. So I'm sure race control is going to be taking a look at that one. As we try our best just to get these last 5 laps in. Looks like we got one getting ready to re-enter the track. And while we do another pace lap here, again, I want to point out that the 5th annual Turkey Bowl is going to be running next week. Like I said, all the information is available on the amxiracing.com website, as well as the Discord. So scan that QR code that's on your screen, get all the information. Like I said, $5 to enter, and a lot of prizes and a lot of fun. We're going to be running here at this track with a lot of these drivers. So be sure to check that out. We're excited to do it. We've been doing it for 5 years now, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback from it. So lights are off. We're going to go around one more time and do our best to hopefully close this out. With Patrick out front, the 99 machine of Brandon. Outside of him, it's going to be single file with being inside of 10 to go. So let's go racing. Patrick getting a good drive there. Brand is just going to follow suit. Cody. Follow Joey Brewer making his way up to 4th. Looks like Jason's sliding in a little bit. And I'll tell you what, Cody Harrelson's making that low side work. Very impressive what he's doing. Being able to, despite the mistakes, drive all the way up to 4th. And looks like, what's one more caution? Try to see what brought that out. Looks like it's going to be Caden again. See if we can see what brought that out. Up and over, and looks like just kind of a repeat. So last lap completed was lap 47, so just a few more to go. And while we wait for everyone to get bunched back up, I'll go ahead and just throw it up there one more time, inviting anyone who has not downloaded the AMX League app to go check that out. Again, it's on the Google Store, or if you have an Apple, go ahead and just click on your browser and hit Add to Home Page, and inside the app, click the notification. We like to send out reminders when series are announced or when race servers are going up. So it also makes it quick and easy to take a look at results and tune in live like we are right now. So definitely, if you have not, please check that out. So one more time around as we try to close this out with essentially what would almost be a green-white checkered. So it's going to be a lot of fun with Brandon out front this time. We'll see how he brings us, when he's going to fire. Looks like the middle of 3 and 4. Cody getting a good jump on that restart as well. Jason up to 3rd. Look at that. Joey Brewer capitalizing as well. As we're going to be taking the white flag this time by. Brandon, I'm sure, just doing all he can to keep that thing steady. Cody, I would not be surprised if he sends it low in here trying to make something happen. He's been kind of the king of the low end. And I think Brandon's just going to be able to get a drive with Cody 2nd and Jason 3rd. So with that, A good finish to a good night of racing. We'll let them come around and see how it officially concluded tonight. So it looks like with that, we saw Braden Hull take the checker flag tonight. Cody Harrelson, second. Jason behind him, that will be your top three. Joey Brewer putting on a great performance there at the end, but going to be credited with fourth. Chase Greer, fifth. Dale. Caden slipped all the way back to seventh. Jeffrey Latch, eighth. Michael Olson, Tyler. Patrick, John, Brody, back to 13th. Garrett, Thad, Nick Nowak, Chris Douglas, and then Carter and Jason Calhoun will round it out. So that is how they came across the line tonight. And overall, some fantastic racing. So that's going to conclude it for us tonight here at AMX. Like I said, we try to run, especially during the off season, try to throw up a race every Tuesday night. We encourage you to, again, check us out at amxiracing.com to stay in touch with all the series and events that are coming up. Or you are more than welcome to join the Discord. We got stuff happening all the time, so I definitely encourage anyone to check us out and come on out. Not only that, we also have a RecFest series that's kind of occupying our time. So with that, I want to say thank you again for tuning in. Tune in next week for the 5th Annual Turkey Bowl. If you want to run it, we still got room for you. And we look forward to seeing you next week.